This is not the Seleção, you know. Under Carlo Ancelotti, Brazil has become something scary. But this fear doesn't come from flashy tricks or individual improvisation. It comes from something colder, more controlled. A team built on calculation, discipline, and a structure as solid as steel. After months of testing and close observation during international camps, Carleto has effectively locked in a core of 11 players for the 2026 World Cup, assuming fitness allows. That group includes Alisson, Marquinhos, Gabriel Magalhães, Casemiro, Bruno Guimarães, Vinícius Jr, Estêvão, Rafinha, Rodrygo, Matheus Cunha, and Gabriel Martinelli. The reason these names have become almost untouchable lies in Ancelotti's deeply pragmatic understanding of the World Cup. In a short, brutal tournament, mistakes are rarely forgiven. There is no time to recover. That's why physical condition and tactical discipline matter more than pure individual flair. In goal, Alisson Becker is not just an elite shot stopper. He represents absolute stability. A goalkeeper who reads the game, commands his box, and keeps the defense calm when pressure mounts. Ahead of him, the center-back pairing of Marquinhos and Gabriel Magalhães offers the ideal balance between international experience and Premier League power. They may not play with flair, but they are reliable in the air, strong in duels, and, crucially, capable of neutralizing the physical, pragmatic style that European teams have so often used to expose Brazil's weaknesses. The midfield is where Ancelotti ball becomes most visible, led by the duo of Casemiro and Bruno Guimarães. Now in his 30s, Casemiro has reinvented himself at Manchester United. He is no longer just a rough ball winner. He has evolved into a complete midfielder, controlling tempo, escaping pressure, and arriving in the box at the right moment to score decisive goals. Alongside him, Bruno Guimarães provides elite ball circulation and razor-sharp vertical passing. His ability to switch the team from defense to attack adds flexibility and fluidity, giving Brazil control without sacrificing danger. Further up the pitch, the presence of Gabriel Martinelli and Matheus Cunha makes Ancelotti's priorities crystal clear. He wants forwards who press, who run, and who follow the tactical plan to the letter. Martinelli is the kind of player every coach dreams of: endless energy, relentless intensity, and a natural willingness to track back and defend from the front. Cunha, meanwhile, operates as a modern false nine. He links play, drags defenders out of position, and creates space for attackers like Vinícius, Rodrygo, and Rafinha to explode into. And then there is Estêvão, the newest secret weapon. Still just a teenager, Estêvão offers pure chaos from the right wing. His dribbling is sharp, his movement unpredictable, and his finishing far more ruthless than his age suggests. When games get stuck, when space disappears and patience runs out, he is the kind of player who can end it all with one moment of individual brilliance. But a World Cup winning team is never defined by its starting 11 alone. Behind this steel framework lies a volatile battle zone, where famous names are fighting a ruthless survival race for Ancelotti's trust. And the most thought-provoking case of all is Neymar. The genius of Brazilian football is no longer the automatic center of everything. Ancelotti has built a system that runs smoothly without relying on a single axis. Neymar's talent has never been in doubt, but his physical readiness and commitment to collective discipline are now the biggest obstacles. If he cannot prove that he can sustain high intensity and adapt to this new structure, Neymar may be forced into a reduced role, or worse, become a painful symbol watching from the outside. At the opposite end of the spectrum stands Endrick. After leaving Real Madrid on loan, the young striker has reignited his World Cup dream with 5 goals in 5 matches for Lyon. Regular minutes have accelerated his growth, turning him into a potential super sub, or a direct vertical weapon when Brazil needs to change the rhythm of a match. Others are still fighting to redeem themselves. Lucas Paquetá remains a player of rare technique and vision, but mental stability and consistent form are essential if he wants to reclaim his place from Bruno Guimarães. Antony, meanwhile, must strip his game of unnecessary flair and inefficiency to fit the clean, disciplined demands Ancelotti places on his wide players. And then there is João Pedro, a name that rarely dominates headlines. Yet, his intelligence, versatility, and modern understanding of the game make him a surprisingly good fit for Ancelotti's way of thinking. Even Richarlison, a former Ancelotti pupil and once a trusted tactical piece, now has to work twice as hard to prove he can offer more than raw energy and pressing in a multi-layered attacking system. Beyond the established stars, Brazil's attack is also being fueled by the rise of hungry, goal-obsessed strikers. One of them is Carlos Vinícius, who is on fire at Grêmio, posting staggering numbers: 20 goals and 2 assists in just 22 matches. But the most inspiring story of all belongs to Igor Thiago. The Brazilian striker became the league's top Brazilian scorer in a single Premier League season with 16 goals. His journey is anything but ordinary. Growing up in poverty, he worked as a construction helper, carried fruit for hire, and washed cars to support his family after his father passed away. For Thiago, scoring goals was never about fame. It was the only way out. Driven by an unbreakable desire to wear Brazil's iconic number 9, he has openly declared himself ready to fix the Seleção's long-standing striker problem. Finally, there is one symbolic piece fans are still hoping to see return: Thiago Silva. He may be past his physical peak and no longer possess the pace of his prime, but his leadership and defensive organization remain priceless. In a tournament where psychological pressure can break even the brightest young talents, Silva is the man who restores order, the emotional anchor inside the dressing room. He may not start every match, but the experience of someone who has lived through every rise and fall of elite football could become the calming presence Brazil desperately needs in the suffocating final moments of knockout games. Yet even with his core personnel and attacking structure taking shape, Ancelotti still faces one lingering headache: the decline of Brazil's fullback positions. Brazilian football was once defined by explosive wide defenders: Cafu, Roberto Carlos, Dani Alves, Marcelo, Maicon, players who redefined what a fullback could be. Today, that legacy has turned into a source of anxiety. The lack of truly world-class options on both flanks has forced Ancelotti to prioritize safety and protection for his center-backs, inevitably dulling the attacking threat from wide areas that once defined Brazil's identity. This is the team's most dangerous weak spot, one that elite opponents will study in detail, ready to exploit it and turn a former source of pride into a target under constant fire. But seen as a whole and judged fairly, this Brazilian team is being built with a level of depth and competitive realism rarely seen in decades. Carlo Ancelotti has boldly stripped away illusion and romanticism, replacing the pursuit of beautiful football alone with a system that knows how to suffer, how to wait, and how to punish mistakes with ruthless efficiency. World Cup 2026 is no longer a stage for experiments or casual participation. It is a meticulously planned campaign, a military operation designed to restore Brazil to the throne of world football. After years of painful near misses and repeated defeats at the hands of European giants, Ancelotti's Seleção now holds every essential ingredient: the steel and experience of veterans like Casemiro and Thiago Silva, the explosive brilliance of stars in their prime like Vinícius, and the burning hunger of the next generation, led by Endrick and Estêvão. Everything is in place. All that remains is for them to come together and bring the Hexa home to the land of Samba, a declaration that a fallen empire has risen again. Still artistic in spirit, but now guided by the cold, calculating mind of a killer.